Lions as they...
Coach, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs. This is fielded a couple yards deep, and he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. They'll buy some time right. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. When plays break down, that's normally when Mahomes is at his best throwing the football, but as we saw, he can run it too. Last year, 60 carries, 272 yards, great elusiveness and speed, and the Chiefs obviously don't want him to be a running quarterback, but if he sees an angle like he did there, any opening, he has the ability to take it and run. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 35 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Back to throw, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he has his receiver. Touchdown. Marvin Jones, 33 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession. Williams, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. From the 39, Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They go play action here on first down. And that's caught inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the draw, here's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Detroit going to get the football back here. And I mentioned earlier, we talked briefly about the tie in Week 1 with Arizona. What was tough for Detroit in that game, they led 24-6, and then the Cardinals came all the way back. So that has to feel almost like a loss, doesn't it?
It does. Couple of ways, right? As you mentioned, letting that lead get away. But it's a game that you had to feel that Detroit could go on the road and get. And you know how difficult it is to win on the road in the NFL. And that was one they kind of let get away. So if they're going to be a factor.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay. 81 yards as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Prater for the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So we have reached halftime with an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A gain of 32 that time. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. They've been so good on 3rd down. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Stafford on third down. It's caught. Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Cheney, blue 60. 59, Mike to 59. Who that?
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now it's Stafford. This is Riddick on the screen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point good by Prater as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. This will be taken in at the 1. Still going. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now here's Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Mahomes to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. That good for 22 and a 1st down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here. And a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. They'll run it with Williams. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Watkins alone on the left side. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes.
They can't stop us, baby.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get it.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
There we go. That's a touchdown.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out, but running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
25 yards that time. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
65.
One last throw here for Stafford. James has got it. Complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
I came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm up, I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business, I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright, I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support bride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl Sunday on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll get a chance to see Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings as they match up with Jared Goff in the NFC champion LA Rams.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. The first Super Bowl of the new decade. Super Bowl 54 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota offense here coming out. Kirk Cousins in that win in Week 1 really didn't have to do a whole lot. 8 of 10 throwing the football, 98 yards and a touchdown. After the game, he said, this is unique. I think the last time I threw 10 or fewer passes in a game was Pop Warner.
Probably running the wishbone or some type of option offense in Pop Warner. But if you just saw the raw stats and didn't see the game, you might think it's still the preseason. Because that's what numbers look like in the preseason. A couple of drives, 8 of 10, get him out of the ball game. But they ran the ball so effectively, he didn't have to put it in the air.
And speaking of those 10 passes, here's a stat. NFL teams had attempted 10 or fewer passes in a game exactly twice in the last decade. That's how rare that is. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now left side on the swing pass. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On 3rd down, Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now it's Goff. Forced out to his left. Out left, he's got it to Everett. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Check. Watch it before. Here we go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Flushed out right. And got a man. It's Woods. A 3rd down gain of 19. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that. But, well, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season. On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes. From the 44, Goff steps away to his left. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
We're scoreless after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Here's Goff. They're on the march, and it's a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
On 2nd down, Cook looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Cousins throw complete to Thielen, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Clay Matthews brings the heat and gets the sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw, Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. Here's Gall. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. And the halftime show, quite a spectacle, but it's back to football for the second half of Super Bowl 53. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They go play action here on first down. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Well, Charles, as we peek back to week 1, what would you say were the positives? Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! Cooks, 54 yards, and the Rams have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
They're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Play fake, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now throwing the ball to start the drive. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 1 quarter remains fans here in the Super Bowl. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Vikings are going to retake the lead. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Goff now looks to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Woods the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a fourth-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Now Goff, eluding the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him. Again on another deep ball.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Goff now looking to throw. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not... before he gets into enemy territory. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done.
And this is caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.